Hi, my name Robert Chandler. I born October 11th, 1956, and I live in Tampa, Louisiana.
Hi, my name is Tawanna Mosley. I've been employed at Options for 28 years. I'm in the supported employment department with Options, where I go out and seek jobs for the individuals. I've always worked with individuals and people in the community with disabilities because they only want to live and be productive in the community like everybody else.
I had a lot of different jobs. I've been working all my life. Yeah, I work at Wolf Lumber for 22 years.
It's always working. It wasn't a time that I didn't go to the job site that Robert wasn't working. He's very passionate about his jobs.
I dump the garbage. I sweep and mop, clean up the lumber yard. I do a lot of things that need to be done.
Robert, he's very punctual and he knows everything that's going on around here. He's a valuable asset to our company. I consider him a friend better than an employee. He picks up for us, he straightens up, he keeps a really neat house. He stays on top of us, he keeps us squared away. Overall, Robert's he's a great guy.
Options transportation plays a big role when I go out and seek jobs for these individuals. And Option has supplied and supported Robert with transportation for the past 22 years. The Option bus transports Robert about 30 miles from Tangipahoa Village to Ponchatoula, Louisiana.
If it weren't for Options, you know how much money I'd be paying for gas? You know how high gas is. I'd be out there hitchhiking or something. So Option a big help. Option give me the opportunity to work, pay my trailer, and put money in my pocket. I'm proud of my job, and I'm happy.
I'm AnnThreadgill, and I'm from Ponchatoula. I'm Colt Threadgill's mother.
I'm Lisa, and I live in Ponchatoula, right next to Mom.
Colt was born in 1958.
He was the firstborn, and they were very excited.
Then I had Lisa and Clay, his sister and brother, and we went on a trip to Morgan City to my brother's. While we were there, he had a seizure.
And I remember that trip to Morgan City. He started going to Dr. Ferris, and then he started having more seizures. And I remember being at my grandmother's house next door, and Dad had just gotten a job at DuPont. So he was working shift work there. And I remember him coming home, and Colt was very sick that day. And I remember him scooping him up off the couch and taking him. And after that, he was in New Orleans for a while. But when Colt came home, it was different. Things had changed. He was not the same as he was. And after that, the focus was on Colt, and has been his whole life. Well, Colt gets 24-hour-a-day care, 7 days a week, and he needs it.
Colt lives at Fortenberry House.
The caregivers up here have laughed and cried and prayed with us, with Colt. Yes. Their family became our family.
My name is Deidre Dangerfield, and I work here at Fortenberry Group Home. I am the overseer of the guys. And I mean, when I say I wouldn't trade Colt for nothing in the world, he loved his church music. He loved to go to church. And I know that he had to be raised in church, because why I say that? Because he got some God in him. He's nothing but love. When I say love, Colt is full of love.
The guys at Fortenberry House have become his brothers, really. They all have their own problems and health conditions to deal with, but they also watch ball games together, and they're always doing activities over there. When Colt was growing up, Mom and my grandmother and aunts and uncles did everything for Colt. They dressed him, they fed him. He just had a lot of help, and he was kind of like expected it. But when he came to Options, they taught him how to do for himself, how to dress, and bathe, and how to keep up his room, and they've definitely taught him to be more independent and responsible for himself. Colt's health has been declining for a number of years. He's in a wheelchair now, and it requires a lot of extra care, which Options has given us. Colt has been to the emergency room many, many times with his seizures, and he would fall, and he wore a helmet for years in addition to his other medical conditions. Cancer was the most serious.
Colt has had cancer surgery on his eye. He has an artificial eye.
The nurse, Bona, has become a good friend and very involved with Colt.
She does all his medicine, and just with his eye, like it was, she took care of that. Any illness he had, she takes care of it.
Taken over when we couldn't be there. They went to doctor's appointments, to the hospital, back and forth to Baton Rouge with us,
Yeah.
with Mom.
Yeah. He's been taken care of by Option.
My name is Penny Curet, and I am Calin Ardoin's mom. I knew that I was going to have a child that was going to be born prematurely. So the worries for me started probably at about 9 weeks. Pretty much, you're pregnant, but it was like not to get too excited about it because they thought that I would really miscarry at about 4 months. But I surprised everyone, and I gave birth to Calin at 26 weeks. She weighed 1 pound, 15 ounces. She had to stay in the neonatal unit for 7 days shy of 4 months.
Hi, I'm Calin. I'm 30 years old and I work in the Options breathing studio. I've been at Options for 5 years now. I was very shy until I got to Options. Now I'm talking now.
She is.
My favorite thing about weaving is picking the thread out. Colors, roping it, threading it, putting it in the loom. My favorite thing to make is pillows. I make decorative things like shawls, rugs, and I'm excited. I just made my 1,000th item, and it's towels. I feel proud. I like to talk to the customers. I like when somebody comes in the studio, and I like to help them either find a Christmas gift or a birthday gift.
The weaving, doing the loom, has improved her fine motor skills so tremendously. She makes the coffee now in the morning, and she works the microwave. She doesn't need me to go in and sometimes help button and zip like she did before. And I know that's from exercising her fingers using that loom. As I'm getting older, I always would worry, what is going to happen, when I'm way too old or whatever, and I'm still having to do these things. I'm just so blessed that Options came into our lives. They helped turn her disabilities into abilities to be able to do things that she's so proud that she can do now.